Hey guys, Slay Clutch here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Caveira guide. So let's get started with the loadout. I don't really use the M12, but when I do, I use the reflex sight and the flash hider. The reason why I don't use it that much is because it has a really slow fire rate and a kind of low DPS. The one that I do use more often, I put the holographic sight or the reflex sight, but I use the holographic sight more often, and the laser sight. Now the laser sight is going to be kind of controversial, but the reason why I do use it is because when I'm trying to be really stealthy, I just use the silent step ability and I don't put any laser or anything on it. I just use it just natural how it is. And dilution is the only option they have. This pistol is very good and I'll be talking about it later in the video. When it comes down to the gadget, I use the nitrocell. It makes it really easy to take out the shield operators, and since you're going to be a roamer, it just makes it more appealing to use it. You know, you're going to be encountering a lot of shield operators. I wouldn't really use the barbed wire just because the nitrocell has so much use to it, and it's just a really good gadget. Alright, so let's get started with the guide. A lot of people just think that they're invincible just because, you know, they hear that pistol is 99 damage, but in reality, you really need to know how to use Caveira, or else you'll just get caught with your pants down and you'll just get killed over and over again. So I still have to say a little bit of things about the loadout. With the SPAS 15, if you use that, you're gonna be very limited to your range. You know, you're gonna have to be very up close and personal, and it just makes playing as Caveira that much harder. She's already hard to play as is, but with the shotgun there's gonna be a way bigger learning curve, and you're just gonna have to learn how to be up close and personal all the time, and it's just really hard. The SMG does give you more range, but like I said in the beginning of the video, it's just really bad. You know, it just has low DPS and a slow fire rate. It's like raw sten, and the shotgun is just way better. You know, it has low damage, I'll give you that, but it has a really high fire rate like the SASG. But if you know how to use it, it can turn into a complete monster. Plus the shotgun, it makes it way easier to get those wall bangs when you interrogate people. And the last thing I want to say is about the Luisan, I don't know how you say it, but whatever it is, you know, the pistol for Caveira. It's not 99 damage, you know, it's not OP. Well, it is up close, but far away it just really sucks in my opinion. You know, UB would never add something that overpowered into the game. So now that's out of the way, I can start talking about how to use Caveira. So one way that I've had really good plays and like just good success with her is to just sit at a spot, you know, just camp. You know, maybe that's not your playstyle, but that's how I do it. I just sit in a spot where I know that flanker will enter. You know, like for example, Sledge, IQ, and Ash, they tend to flank a lot, so I look out for them and I just sit in a spot. Like for example, if the objective in playing is on the first floor, then I'll just sit at the top or at the bottom floors where I know that they'll flank, and then when that does happen, I'll turn on silent step and then I'll stab them. And by the way, that's not lethal, so I'll just put them in the DBNO stage, and then I interrogate them. And like that, you know, it's a lot less risky, and nobody on the other team will come and try to hunt you down. You know, like it's kind of hard for them to run to that spot like that fast if they're flanking. So yeah, that's a good way to do it. And if you do it that way, all I have to say is timing is key, okay? If you know that they're coming, just wait. You don't have to go run up to them and use your shotgun to heal him. You know, you can just make it a lot less quiet, almost like play like as if you're an assassin, because that's basically what you are. Just be really quiet and don't jump ahead of yourself. You know, just let them come to you. You don't have to come to them all the time, because like I said, you're very limited to your range if you're using that shotgun. So don't engage in really ranged out firefights, and once again, just let them come to you, don't come to them. So like if you're hiding right next to a doorway, just as soon as they pass through that doorway, you can try to like scout out like behind them before you go for that stab, you know, and then interrogate them. Another thing I have to say is don't get carried away, just like how I said in my pulse guide. If you down someone and if you know that they're crawling to their teammates, don't go for the interrogation, just kill them, because you don't want to try to interrogate them and not get the kill and you die instead. So just don't be stupid. One thing I see a lot of people doing with Caveira is flanking a big group of enemies. You know, they could get all those kills and it would just be a great flank, but the one thing that they do wrong is use their silent step while they're doing that. And just keep in mind that when you use your ability, you're limited to your handgun shotgun. And you might think, oh, the pistol has 99 damage, but that's not really the case, because they're gonna be limited to, you know, just shooting at one person, and they're gonna know, they're just gonna turn around and all shoot you, and then you're just gonna die. So, you know, just don't think that the silent step, you always have to use it. You know, if you come across a big group of people, don't use that. You know, just only use the silent step if you're confident that it's only one person and if you can get their interrogation off. But if there's a lot of people and you're not confident that there's only one person, just use a shotgun and just kill them all. So I guess it sounded kind of weird, just kill them all, but yeah, so that's all I have to say. And one little thing is, I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, is that the Lucian, I don't know how to say it, guys, just please leave it in the comments. I'm just gonna say Lucian. The Lucian, it's not a one-shot headshot, so, you know, that's another thing. Like, even at long range, it's literally, like, impossible to kill someone, basically. You know, like, unless you're the last person alive, you can't kill them. Like, that's the only upside that the SMG has to it, I think. But yeah, so don't go for headshots with the Lucian if they're far away, and just back off. So yeah, guys, that's it. Caveira has quickly become my favorite operator on defense for sure. I think she's the best roamer in the game, better than Valkyrie and Jaeger. And the last thing I have to say is just don't give up on her. She's just really hard to play in my opinion, but once you get a hang of her, I think she's gonna be very good in the future. Unless you're going up with like people that have like good communication, I think she's always gonna be a viable pick. So yeah, guys, that's been my guide. Hopefully you enjoyed. These are very time consuming and just hard to make, so please leave a like, I would really appreciate it. And please subscribe if you're looking forward to my content. It's been Slay Clutch, and I'm out.